Hi, welcome to my first review. My name is Max, and on this channel I do basic, relevant and relatable car reviews. So if you're someone who's into cars or you just want to do some research before you make your next purchase, then this channel is for you. Please do like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more reviews. So this is a 2010 Polo TSI 1.2 4-cylinder engine that produces about 77 kilowatts and 175 Newton meters of torque. As you can see, headlights over there, blacked out grille in the front. This one came without the fog lights. That portion right there actually belongs or is set apart for fog lights. This one has 17-inch rotiform wheels with a low profile tire on it. These are not the standard wheels that the car comes with. It comes with 15-inch wheels. I actually think this specific model of the Polo was a very beautiful design. We have a power flow exhaust on it. Just show you the boot space. This is how you unlock it by just pressing the emblem down. There's some stuff back in there just to show you the compartment or the size. This one comes with a trick up its sleeve, so this whole thingy that I'm holding, you can actually lower it if you need more space. And this one actually has a full size 15 spare wheel in there. So the space back here is not magnificent, but I mean, if you're traveling, perhaps going to the coast, I mean, you can fit around 3 suitcases in there. Okay, before we jump into the back, I just wanted to show you how the door is. It has this chrome finish here, the door handle, which feels quite of good quality. Also cloth material around the door, feels good. It's not soft touch material, but it feels good. All the windows around the car are electric. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, especially for my knees. There's no space when I'm sitting behind myself. So if you're a taller driver or you're a taller passenger with a taller driver, it's gonna be a bit hectic for you. With regards to headspace, about 4 fingers for someone that's my height. I'm about 1.68 meters. So the space, your head space is quite good. Back here you can fit 2 adults comfortably with a child. The only problem I seem to have is that you have this huge, I think they call it a trunk. It's quite huge, so it makes it a bit uncomfortable for the person that sits right in the middle. You also get speakers right at the bottom. They are not the best sounding speakers. You also have these pockets, as you can see, where you can store stuff in. The doors also have extra storage space. It's quite tiny, so I think maybe you can keep your phone in there. Jumping into the front, this is actually my favorite space in this car, my favorite seat. Starting with the door, the driver has quite good control. All the windows, you can open them and close them, electronically controlled, which is quite beautiful. You can also lock the windows by pressing this button. When it turns orange, the passengers cannot open their windows, so it's mostly, I think, for kids, if you have kids and you're trying to protect them. Front space, door pockets are quite good. I mean, I have a 1.5 liter bottle here. It fits comfortably. It's quite long as well, so you can fit other items in there. Here you have your central locking, and then here you control your mirrors. Let me just show you. If you want to close your mirrors or bring them in, it's with this button, and then you just do that and then they go back again. Up front here you've got your light switch. You control your light. Here basically on the right it's your speedometer. Your center console provides the information such as the time, the kilometers on the car, trip kilometers, etc. And then you've got your rev count on this side. These are for your wipers, and then your indicators or your indicator button or functions are on the left hand side. I actually like the steering wheel, but I just find it quite small, so I added this cushion or steering wheel cover just to give me better grips of it. Moving over to the middle, you've got your radio. This is a very basic radio, does not support Bluetooth, nothing special about it, but you can plug in your aux cable and you can enjoy your music. I like the look of the center piece, all black, quite basic, nothing special about it, but it just looks good. I also like how the dials for the aircon work, and the climate control. So here you increase how cold or how hot you want it to be. This is the fan speed, and this is just where you want the air to blow out from. This is not a luxurious car, but this feels quite nice and soft, so that's a good touch. And the chrome finishes around the air vents, that is also quite special for a car that actually doesn't cost that much. In the middle you've got your gear knob. This is actually a 7-speed DSG gearbox. I actually enjoy this gearbox, and I'll talk more about it when I drive the car. You've just got your different driving modes: parking, reverse, neutral, driving, and sport mode. Sport mode actually sounds good, especially with the exhaust system on it. Over here you just got more storage for cups, and there's more storage space down here for any items that you want to store. More pockets here for your water bottles, but you can also keep your masks there. The seats are actually cloth seats, but they have this nice pattern, and they are quite comfortable. I mean, when you sit in here you don't feel like you're moving all around with the car. This is actually for the rear passengers, so one of them can store their drink in there. So that's pretty much the front of this car. Yeah, let's take it for a spin, and then I can talk to you more about how it actually feels driving this car. Let's do this. So let me tell you how this car feels like to drive. My apologies if you can hear the aircon working. It's hot out here. As I did mention earlier, the Polo, or this specific Polo, comes with a 1.2 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and the engine does what it has to do. When you drive this car, it does not feel like you're driving a car with a small, and capacity of the engine is small, but when you're driving it, it does not feel that way. You feel like you can gap anyone, or you can overtake anything and everyone with this engine. I actually enjoy driving this car because of the engine. What I love the most about this car is actually its 7-speed DSG gearbox, especially when you engage the sport function. It just feels different. I engaged the sport function. That's what I love about this car. Nothing special about the gearbox, but the beautiful thing about this gearbox as well is that it does not hustle, it does not hunt for gears. It changes gears when it has to. It's not a hustle driving this car with this gearbox and the engine. In terms of comfort, because this one is no longer on the stock and standard 15-inch wheels, it's driving on 17s, as I did show you, with low profile tires. The comfort is a bit compromised, so you can hear the road more, you feel the bumps more. The inside of the car is a bit louder compared to when I first got it, or compared to when it's on the 15s. it's just a bit louder. So you know, you go for the looks, you lose out on some comfort, but it's not bad to live with. I mean, you travel with this car on long distance, you reach your destination and you're still feeling fresh. One thing that I do not like about this car is just it takes a few seconds before the turbo kicks in. So you put your foot down, 1, 2, 3, then it goes. So that's the only issue that I have with this car so far, and I've been driving it for about 2.5 years now. Apart from that, it has a lot of good things. It has enough space. Mind you, this is not an SUV, so you can't expect SUV space. So it has enough space in it for traveling. So you don't struggle when it comes to space, unless you're going like with a full car and everyone has like 2 suitcases each. Fuel consumption. If you're gonna travel with this car for about 700 kilometers, all you need is 1,200 Namibian dollars, or at least I've traveled 700 kilometers and all I needed was 1,200 at most to do my journey comfortably, and I got there and I still had close to half a tank left. So when it comes to fuel consumption, this is a very good car. You spend less on fuel. Also, what I love about it is it's still comfortable enough. Like the driving, you feel like you're traveling in a stable car. So that's also something that's going for this car. The other thing that I actually also love about this car is when it comes to maintenance, it's so cheap. I mean, the thing that cost me the most to change on this car was its tires. That was it. I did have a throttle body problem. The throttle body was actually dirty and I got it cleaned, and for that I paid 250 Namibian dollars. So it's so cheap to maintain. I haven't had any breakdowns, I haven't had any major problems with it. If you'd like to see more reviews, please do like, comment what I can improve on, what I can also review. But also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you.